Going harder than I ever did. Move like ghosts, but I don't need no evidence. One of the best that ever did this. You can quote me, standing firm on my words, sturdy like an oak tree. Give me mine, and let me grind. He ain't your dog if he don't want to see you shine with him. Too many niggas prayed on my downfall. But my stock steady rising like the Dow Jones. Studied the game, now I'm out here making chess moves. Word of advice, make your next move your best move. Hustle hard and just stay up on your marathon. Who would've thought that little boy would grow up to be LeBron? Back at it. Episode 5. Hoop Dreamz Rhyme Books. Y'all already know how this go. King M.A.D.E.
Rambo.
And we do this every week, man. We're gonna get right into it. Last night was the big game. Game 6, NBA Finals. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I ain't calling him Greek Freak. I'm calling him Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You say his name?
Yeah, it's really phonically spelled. If you can read.
Was you hooked on phonics?
No, I wasn't fucking hooked on phonics. But if you can phonically look at it, you can see Antetokounmpo.
You got it.
I got it. But Giannis, man.
50 ball.
50 ball. What, 17 for 19 from the free throw line?
I ain't know he shot that many free throws.
Yeah, he shot a lot of free throws.
And he was hitting them. He a dangerous man when he hitting free throws.
Yes, man. Giannis is 20. He's Shaq 2.0, bro.
Yeah.
I'm saying that now.
He is.
Yeah, he's Shaq 2.0. You know what I'm saying? I got flack from a Booker. They say Booker ain't Kobe like, even though I still say he is.
I never said he was Kobe like. I let everybody else have it though.
He got that. He got it. Whatever. Giannis.
I mean, Kobe didn't do great when he was early in the playoffs either.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. You can't look at somebody's career in totality and compare it to somebody who's only been in the league 4 years. It ain't. It's not. I'm not saying okay. He's as great as being. What I'm saying is just footwork. If you look at his footwork, you look at how he come off screens. You look at how he uses pivot. His triple threat is very being like how he attacked the mid range. Who did that?
Like qualities.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying. I said the closest thing. To be honest with you, that was my exact reference. I said he's the closest thing to 24 Kobe in the league. Closest thing. That means he ain't the next. It's just the closest thing to it with my eyes. But Giannis, the player that we're really talking about, I see Shaq 2.0 as far as just being unstoppable. If he get them 2 steps, if he stand back and get them 2 steps on you and he coming down here, you're not gonna be able to do nothing with him, bro.
He gonna dunk on you all crazy.
Bro, the one he caught with the left hand, it was bro. I'm just like he's
looking like he playing against kids at times.
But the thing about last night, it was floaters.
Yeah.
It was spin.
He got his confidence. Then he got a Marine. It's about to get ugly for the league.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's about to get ugly for the league.
Because he done shed the pressure of I gotta win.
It's about to get ugly for the league.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the Phoenix Suns was doing, trying to put Ayton as far as just on a one-on-one basis with him. Nah, man. Bro, like they had no attempt to build a wall. I'm looking at it and it's like Ayton is on an island and he just out there looking.
Yeah, he ain't built to defend somebody like Giannis.
I don't know
who is built to defend him, honestly.
AD maybe?
Yeah, AD stressed out there. AD be out there stressed.
Because KD ain't physical enough to be able to play with him. So
KD ain't trying to bang bodies like that all game. Because Giannis is going right at your chest.
What about Bron? You think?
Bron over that. It's over with for that. Bron done got older.
I have a theory. I gotta, because even for the people that say I'm a Bronite, I had a theory that I felt like Bron left the East because he seen what Giannis was finna be.
Yeah,
I have a theory. Like,
I never thought about that, but that is a good theory. Because LeBron is calculated.
Yeah, I think he's seen because he went straight to the finals, 9-10 years in a row, and he seemed like, I don't know if I'm better deal with him at 36, 37. Nah, I'll probably.
He made a good decision. He made an excellent decision.
Because in the West, you gotta build an excuse in the West.
And if they would have matched up in the playoffs, Giannis and LeBron, as soon as Giannis started cooking, people was gonna be like, well, LeBron need to guard him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go that way.
Nah. I feel like don't get me wrong, Bron ain't no little dude.
No, but he ain't nobody trying to take that impact from Giannis.
Not for no 7 games.
No.
Nah, man.
Not for one.
Yeah. He that's why, once again, Shaq, like, I heard players talk about playing Shaq, like how after the games they would literally need massages and all that because your body's so sore.
You saw what he was doing to Mutombo.
Oh, man. Mutombo was throwing bows too now, but yeah, it's physical. And he's a physical player, man. Like, watching him from the first series with the Heat to who they played second round with the Bucks.
Nah, who? The Bucks.
The Nets.
The Bucks played the Nets.
The second round, and then they played the Hawks. So watching from series to series, I felt like he elevated his game. You know what I'm saying?
He was overwhelmed versus the Nets.
Yeah, because he was giving KD a lot. That's why I say he was a deer in headlights a little bit. Like,
he was overwhelmed.
You got Jay-Z, Beyonce, all the stars out here in Brooklyn. I felt like it was a little, but even still, he was averaging 30 though.
He was doing his thing. He just couldn't.
But it was stopping
KD.
Exactly. And I feel like that's the same thing with Phoenix. Phoenix had the better team. I picked Phoenix to win, and Phoenix was playing the best ball at the time. But we both said the best player in the series was Giannis, and that goes to show you, like, if you're that much better than all the other players, like last night he didn't have no help. I mean, he defensively as a team, but scoring.
At one point he had.
If he didn't score 50, they wouldn't win.
At one point he had 37 points, and the Bucks the rest of the team had 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it shouldn't even be like that in the NBA game.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Like, I want to see Peter get it, but I'm really happy for Giannis. I think it's gonna excel his career. It's gonna take him to. I think now he's superstar status. I feel like he's superstar status.
He is.
Yeah.
He got 2 MVPs and the Finals MVP. And what's this year?
Defensive Player of the Year. They say only 2 people ever did it before him.
He got 2 Defensive Player of the Year, right?
Yeah, he got Defensive Player of the Year, MVP of the league, and he got Finals MVP. And the only 2 other players to do that is MJ and Olajuwon.
He historic.
Very. So shout out to Greek Freak. You know what I'm saying? Giannis Antetokounmpo, I ain't call him Greek Freak no more. I'm gonna pronounce his name. He's a champion. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Team USA. Bradley Beal, I think he went through the COVID protocol, so he's coming back. Kevin Love, who should have never even been on the team.
I don't know what they was doing. When I saw Kevin Love out there with gray hair on the side, I was like, what they doing with him?
Nah, he going. So they brought JaVale McGee and Keldon Johnson back.
I don't know much about Keldon Johnson, but I like the JaVale McGee pickup.
Yeah, for that team, I like JaVale. As somebody who watched League Pass and watched 3-4 games a night, or try to at least. Keldon Johnson's a good player. He's one of the pop players, which makes sense to why.
Is he a good defender?
Yeah. He's
I assumed his defensive abilities was above average.
And he sneaky get buckets too, though.
I believe it.
Yeah, he's a good young player. My thing is just, if he's not Pop's player, I don't think he comes.
Yeah, but
it's a lot of names that.
I mean, they could have reached out to them dudes and got turned down. We don't know
exactly
the behind the scenes stuff.
And that's what I was saying last episode.
As fans, we get caught up in saying, well, they should have got this person, but they probably.
Exactly.
People, you see, Ja was like, nah, you ain't called me before. Call me now.
My whole point last week was, you played 2 seasons back to back condensed. You got another one. I think October's right around the corner. That's like 2-3 months away. So I'm gonna go over here and play for free. I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't knocking nobody that don't go.
I feel like they should get more to the young guys and let them like.
When you say young guys, what you mean?
Like college.
You think they should put the college dudes out there again? I don't think they can compete now.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think the top. You gotta think the top college players year in and year out is 18, 19-year-olds. Yeah, you ask them to go over there.
Then you won't have nobody from the
men.
draft because ain't nobody who finna get drafted gonna play for free.
They might just because of the just off the strength of it being the Olympics.
draft start drop, so I don't see nobody doing it.
They wouldn't be able to compete anyway.
I don't know. I feel like.
Then everybody.
Do you think in 2021, going to 2024 or 20 whenever the next one is, do you think like it matters in this day and age? Like US, what? Like the Olympic.
Of course. Because you can compete for an NBA championship every year, but it's only one time. You only can do the Olympics every 4 years.
True.
And everybody can't say that. When you represent playing the Olympics, to me is about being one of the top tier guys in the league. I don't think it's like that this year, but I think year in and year out, it's usually the best of the best that go and compete. That's why we run through it.
I agree. I think, but also not to get too political, But I feel like in this day and age, when we're in the era of, I ain't gonna say consciousness or wokeness,
right?
But do you feel like it's a conflict to say that I'm gonna go play for a country that don't? I ain't gonna say we're gonna say don't respect you as a human.
I mean, to me, I don't look at it as playing for the country. I look at it as just getting that goal, getting another accomplishment, another notch under my belt.
Yeah, but if
I don't think
if that's the only the reason why I say that to me it don't matter, because if you got chips, they gonna say NBA champion such and such. And if all you got is a gold medalist, then that ain't no good. That ain't no good.
You ain't
they gonna just say gold medalist Carmelo Anthony.
But he got 3 of them.
I feel you, bro.
That mean for 16 years he was one of the top players in the league.
All right, if you look at it that way. But I don't know. I think
and you actually a world champion when you win the Olympics.
I just think it can't be a conflict of I feel like it can be a conflict of interest if you feel like somebody like Kyrie ain't going to play. He ain't going to play.
He played before.
Yeah, before he got woke.
I think he always been woke. He just a little bit more bold with it now.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. If I got invited to play,
plus Kobe was playing then, so it was his way to.
If I got invited, I would play, and it wouldn't be nothing about playing for America. It'd be I'm just trying to get this goal.
But it ain't
too many
people. US of A.
It ain't for you, maybe. For me,
no, that is what it's for. You're on Team USA.
That's fine, but that don't mean you playing for your country subconsciously.
You're playing for.
I don't think them dudes think about that, honestly. Because it ain't like things just got messed up. Shit been messed up.
Like I say, I'm not. I don't say that. That's what because you don't hear that energy from nobody. Right. It's not even the topic that's brought up. I'm just saying for the people, the bigger names that aren't there.
I don't think they like. Nah, I ain't playing for America. They don't fuck with us. I ain't playing for America. They shoot.
But is that a wrong? Is that a wrong way to look at it?
It is.
Why?
Cause I mean, it's big. It's about representation. I mean, I think it's about representation.
Representation.
I mean. You look at majority.
If this was last year, when all that stuff was popping off, back to back, it would have been a lot more of a hot topic than it is.
I think them dudes would have went to the Olympics and found some way to let it be known that they don't really mess with the way things is going down. Because that's a global stage.
I don't know, bro. I think I just ain't playing. Me personally, but I don't want to get too caught up on it. I just ain't. Me personally, I feel like you can't say you respect me enough and you feel like, hey, go over there and bring the gold home for us, but you ain't getting the respect on the same soil that you live on. Like, I don't. To me, that's fake, But that's my opinion. I can live with it. I can stand on it. I just, what I'm saying? And not being no radical, I'm just saying, like.
You radicalized, man.
Nah, but to go play for free for a country that I can come back and at 2 o'clock in the morning be having a bad night and get popped by the police. The same country, I can get popped with my gold medal on. Going to get my gold medal out the glove compartment.
You also got the freedom to leave this country too.
True. And that's
my plans, but
You got
I want to travel. I think everybody should travel though. You know?
They ain't want to travel.
Yeah, he do.
Wait, you believe in the trade rumors?
I think it's 70-30. I feel like he giving them a chance to make a big, splash. You know what I'm saying? Like make a trade. Cause I feel like DeMar DeRozan is gonna be a big name in the West. I feel like out of Phoenix, Portland, or the Lakers, I feel like he's gonna end up in one of them spots. It's just who gonna make where he want to go because he is a free agent. However, for the Lakers to get him, to make the money work, he gonna have to do a sign and trade with the Spurs.
So let me ask you this: if you think if you swap CJ and DeMar,
you don't have to swap him.
No, I'm asking though. If you have DeMar instead of CJ, because you don't need DeMar, CJ.
Nah, but DeMar can run your 3 though.
But do you think if you had DeMar at the 2 instead of CJ, it would make a big difference?
I like all 3 of them together. Because under this scenario, the only team that would have to do a sign and trade with him is the Lakers.
They need some defenders. Man.
Phoenix, he can go to Phoenix and just sign outright. He can go to Portland and just sign. He's a free agent.
Portland don't need to sign DeMar DeRozan.
They need
They need a wing defender. They need defenders. They're horrible at defense.
Yeah,
I'm watching them play in the play. I'm like, are they even trying to play defense?
True, but not. Brooklyn didn't play defense, and if they was healthy, they would have won a championship this year.
But Brooklyn also got 3 of the best offensive
players
in the league.
That's my thing with Portland. I don't want to see them get 3-and-D guys because
that's what they need. If they gonna keep,
but it's gonna leave Dame high and dry in the end of the finals or wherever, however far they gonna go, he gonna get tired.
So you think they just need another playmaking wing?
Every team needs somebody that
they got 2 of them,
bro. You can never have. Brooklyn is showing you can never have enough people that can go get a bucket, bro.
You gotta have people that can get stops.
True, and it works if the people that can go get a bucket can do semi good on defense.
How good of a defender is DeMar DeRozan?
He's above average. He ain't no defensive team all defensive team.
I ain't trying to be funny. I've never in my life heard anybody mention DeMar DeRozan and good defense.
How many Raptors games did you watch? How many Spurs games did you watch?
He's been an all-star. He's been in the Olympics. He's been a name that's been talked about. I never heard of him being a good defender.
Mm-mm. So I'm not saying because the NBA is a niche.
And he's not that good of a scorer.
Come on, bro. I'm not gonna say that. Bro, he's
a good scorer.
He's a mid-range monster, bro.
The game ain't mid-range no more.
What you mean? You just seen Booker and Chris Paul light up teams in the mid-range.
I just saw them lose 4 straight games.
But that's Giannis. That's Giannis. You got a Booker hesitating on a lot of shots
I saw Chris Paul.
Giannis was blocking.
I saw Chris Paul struggling for 2 or 3 straight games.
Drew Holiday, and I believe he hurt, but I feel like there's something wrong with his hand. But I'm not.
I don't think DeMar DeRozan is the answer for Portland.
I feel like he makes them better. But I still don't think in the West that
maybe a tad bit.
Yeah,
they still will be a second round exit.
So all that is he coming back? Would you come back?
Would I come back to? If I was Dame, would I come back? Depending on what they. I mean, he has to come back. He under contract.
I feel like he could force his hand.
He could, but at the end of the day, he could try to force his hand. But how many years he got on this contract? He got like 3 years left.
I feel like they'll trade him if he want to get traded.
They probably would.
Because that's the owner. If I'm not mistaken, the owner. He might still matter. I'm wrong. Because I was gonna say it was a dude who's Microsoft. So he got them, But I think they switched it up. But I mean, if I'm Dame, you want to give Chauncey the shot, but at the same time, it's like it's another year, bro. What you gonna?
I mean, like you said, I would want him to give Chauncey a shot, but they got to do something. That I still say you gotta get rid of CJ and get some more players back.
But if you let CJ go, and ain't too many players out there right now that like who you gonna replace CJ with?
How many points CJ average?
Like 20 something, like 22, 23.
You find somebody else that can average 22.
But are they gonna mesh though? Because you got they go together good. You know, Dame has a way of saying, all right, CJ cook. CJ got a way of saying, all right, Dame cook. Can somebody else put their pride to the side? And because CJ looks at Dame as like, you the best Portland Trailblazer ever. Like he'll say
somebody coming in to the situation, I think they could easily put their pride to the side for Dame. Because Dame a good dude. He ain't like your asshole.
Nah, he not. I think he going though. I don't see the Lakers. I mean, that's, you know.
What about the Warriors?
That'd be Chico, man. We talked about it last week. That'd
Would
be
it be?
Chico. Yeah, yes, that's gonna be Chico. Him and Curry and Clay.
Cool. I hope they match up with the Nets. Let's see each team
Bro,
score 150 for 7 straight games. 150 plus.
I don't even see. It'll be plays where players don't even get back on defense. They just gonna be.
As long as you make the shot.
Yes.
I can't wait.
I think Miami. Miami's. I've been saying Philly. I think Philly's an option because I just know how good Maury is. Philly GM. But Miami's an option.
I like to see him in Miami. I would like to see him. I would like to see him with the Warriors more.
I would love. No, I don't want to see him with the Warriors. It'd be
over for you later. That's why you want to see him with the Warriors.
Nah, I mean we physical. They ain't as physical as us, but
go to the Warriors.
Nah, don't go to the Warriors, Dane. Come to Florida. We're gonna show you. You know what I'm talking about. We're gonna put you down, man. We're gonna show you what it's like down here in the Florida water. Him, Jimmy, Bam. They can trade Hero, Duncan.
Do they want to trade them dudes?
For Dame, would you?
They didn't want to trade him for James Harden.
That was stupid. Well, I don't think Harden was a Miami Heat culture guy. Like, you know, Pat checking body fat.
James Harden would have went crazy in Miami.
Exactly.
He would have went crazy.
Pat checking body fat and all that. I don't think James would have fit in that culture. But I feel like Dame would fit.
Harden would have messed around and been out of the league.
Oh yeah, he would have listened to it. Pat ain't going for it. He wouldn't even let LeBron have his people. You know what I'm saying? So you know he ain't going for it. So I feel like Dame to Miami is a sneaky, dark horse team. The Knicks, everybody keep talking about the Knicks. I don't see it. You might as well stay in Portland. And then with Giannis doing what he just did, does that make you want to stay?
I would rather be in the Western Conference at this point. It's more wide open in the East.
You think? You think Brooklyn's just that much better?
If they had full strength, ain't nobody touching them.
They still ain't playing no defense.
It don't matter because they got 3 dudes that can score 40 in the same game, really.
I don't know, man. I wish Dame the best.
You seen they had the Nets on. They had the Bucks on the ropes.
They did, but
with KD and one-legged Harden,
and they didn't have DiVincenzo, but that don't match up to the names you said. So you said I stopped missing. But like I said, I think the Bucks will be a dangerous team next year because they won it. I feel like they're gonna retool and get better. I wanted them to lose. No, I ain't gonna say I wanted them to lose, but I felt like if they would have lost, that would have been a team for Dame too, because you could have traded Drew and Chris Middleton for Dame. I'd like to see Dame with Giannis. But, they won. I feel like they ain't got no choice but to run it back. They may add some pieces. So I feel like it's gonna be a hot summer. And that's another thing with the season being over. I'm kind of glad because we can get right into it. Like, you got the draft and you got free agency coming. So, like I said, even though the season over with, basketball has a way of being year round and staying in the headlines.
Right.
And I think that's why it's still a global game. But speaking of the lottery, it's coming up. This month? I think it's
the draft.
Yeah,
it's this month.
Yeah, so we're gonna do an NBA draft episode.
Right.
But I think just right now we're just gonna go into the lottery. Like, the Pistons got the number 1 pick. Who you think they should take? They saying Cade Cunningham is the guy. I mean,
I would rather see Jalen Green go. I just think he better. I think he's more fun to watch. I'm not really a fan of the Cade Cunningham game like that.
See, it's
tough.
I feel like he's. If I'm a GM and I'm worried about losing my job, and
he's a safe pick.
He's a safe pick. Because I feel like he's going to be a great, yes, 6, 7, 8 point guard. Those are really, even Sean Livingston was a good player. Like, the taller point guards are.
He was going to be real good if he wouldn't have got hurt.
Yeah, the taller point guards are usually always, able to succeed in the NBA. And he can shoot, so I think that adds to it. But you're right, Jalen Green is he's electrifying. Like
he is.
He played in the D League a whole year, so he played against grown men, and he was able to still do his thing. So I like Jalen Green. I don't think they're gonna take him number 1. I feel like now if they trade, they could do the smart thing, and I would trade down, see what I can get, like trade down, because I feel like the Rockets with the number 2, they would take Cade Cunningham, even though they got John Wall, which they probably gonna work something out with him, buy him out or whatever, let him get where he want to go. But that's what I would do. If I was the Pistons, I would trade down and take Jalen Green number 2. Because they just drafted the dude from the French guy, Killian Hayes from Italy, point guard. They just drafted a point guard. And he's a pass-first point guard. Cunningham
can score.
He can score, but he's more of a team-oriented player, I would say.
Look, the Pistons, they suck. So, don't matter to me who they take number 1. I just don't want the Magic to draft another power forward that only play defense.
They're gonna draft a player that plays.
They're gonna draft 2 power forwards at 5 and 8.
They're gonna draft somebody with a crazy name. They already talking about Kaminga. So they're gonna draft somebody with a crazy name, and they're gonna draft somebody who plays just like somebody that's already on their team.
They're gonna draft.
Because when you really look at their team, the Magic is
They got a young team. They got some nice weapons.
You got 2 point guards. Well, no, you got Fultz. You got Anthony. Greg Anthony. You got RJ Hampton.
You got them 3.
You got Bacon, who was a decent player. You got Okiki, that played at Auburn.
They got some good guards.
Isaac coming back. Ross.
And they still gonna manage to draft 2 power forwards.
Who making decisions for the Magic? Hey man.
Random people outside the M.
Well, they need to let us.
They got people just picking, just picking random.
If
just
y'all need help,
that name.
Y'all need help. Holler at your boy, man, because I don't know who been picking for these guys, and they promised the championship by now.
Never.
They promised one by now.
I think their goal is to put 5 power forwards out there in the starting lineup and see how it goes.
I don't know, man. They just got the guy that was the head assistant in Dallas, M.A.D.E, to be the coach.
Well, he was the big man coach in Dallas?
Nah, he was a developmental coach. He supposedly is the one that helped Giannis. I mean, not Giannis, but
power forward.
No, Luka developed. Him and God, Sham God.
Sham God, the truth.
Yeah, Sham God, the truth. But Magic, I hope y'all get it together. Lakers, we got the number 22 pick. I feel like we're gonna end up trading that because we need some youth, but we don't need it at number 22. We're gonna trade
some steals at 22.
Yeah, we got Kuz late in the draft. He was a steal.
He went where he was supposed to go.
Nah, man.
He might have been too high at this point.
Nah, Kuz alright, man. Y'all gonna get off Kuz. He just don't. He LeBron, that moment is too big for him. I feel like he got to go to a different team where he able to just.
Man, when I look at Kuz play, I feel like I'm watching somebody control it, like a youth, little-minded person control him with a joystick. He just be all over the place.
Nah, man.
It don't make it no better that he got blonde hair.
Hey, man.
He looks unstable out there. He look like his legs just be shaking, like he just want to just go do something for no reason.
Kuz, do your thing, man. I don't know where you're going to end up. You ain't going to be with us next year. Wherever you end up at, do your thing, bro. I feel like Kuz's a good player, man. I don't feel like he's a
good player.
He's a good player.
When you compare him to the rest of the world, but amongst his peers,
man, he get buckets.
Average.
He get buckets, man.
Average.
Kuz get buckets.
Types of buckets.
Yeah.
Look.
Like I said, we're going to get into the draft. And more as it get closer to the draft.
Y'all would do good. Y'all could get Sharif Cooper. He might be on the board still. He's a little point guard.
I'd rather take Terrence Mann.
Trey Man.
I mean,
I would rather Trey Man go to the Magic at number 5.
What you gonna do with Anthony?
Something, I don't know, I don't care. He ain't from Florida. What you do with him?
So it's, I mean, no, man, I like to see, I would, Trey, he can come to the Lakers.
I would like to see him in Hollywood too.
Yeah.
He can save LeBron.
Hey, Trey, you can come to the Purple and go.
But nah,
if we don't trade that pick.
On the real, if he go to the Lakers, that'd be a great pick for y'all.
Yes, we need youth. We need youth. We need the right kind of youth. We need youth that can shoot.
I know. That's my boy.
Okay. Like I said, we're going to get more into the draft as it comes to it, but,
I wouldn't be surprised if he, with the right situation, I wouldn't be surprised if he won Rookie of the Year. Calling him now.
Calling him now?
From Florida.
We're gonna see.
He built like that.
We're going to see as the draft come with, as the chips fold, but like I said, as we get closer to the draft.
And if he go to the Lakers, he could definitely win Rookie of the Year with
Brian, because he gonna be able
with that media machine behind him.
Yeah, very much so. It's
He
definitely
could be in Space Jam 2, 3.
Yeah. Hey, with Lobo's under there, you see my boy had to. I ain't never seen nobody with their own tequila at the game. See, of course, he did it big on that one.
He did do it.
Speaking of Space Jam,
did you enjoy it?
my son did. Yeah, I did it. Like I didn't. First of all, I didn't look at Space Jam 1 like it was an Emmy-winning movie.
I was just about to ask you if you compare them to each other.
No, Space Jam 1, it was straight because you got, MJ in the movie, but it wasn't like, oh man, that
It wasn't a classic.
No,
It was a classic.
It was a classic for the time because you got R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. You got, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was, come on, anything MJ did was marketed well. He was the very first well-marketed athlete.
I think they both classics.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them both.
But it was a classic for it being MJ and it being Looney Tunes. That made it a classic. Acting, the movie wasn't a classic. I don't care what nobody said.
Well, who cares about Michael Jordan being a good actor?
All right, that's my whole thing. I'm not judging it like he's supposed to be.
I want to see Michael Jordan.
I'm talking about the people that's judging this movie. Like LeBron was supposed to be Denzel Washington.
I think they idiots for that.
That's my whole thing. Like
I'm looking at the movie, I'm like, LeBron, you're terrible at being a mean dad.
Mm-hmm.
I know that ain't you.
Yes.
But I'm still going to enjoy this movie.
Yes, because he
Because I don't care if you can act or not. You're a basketball player. I don't
He's
care if you
a
can
basketball player.
It was a dope movie.
Yes.
My only complaint is it was too long. It was 2 hours.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of them things where they overshot and they just trying to.
Man, it took LeBron 30 minutes to turn into a cartoon. Like, the whole time, like, man, when is this dude gonna turn it?
It took Mike a minute to turn into a cartoon.
They got right into it.
It took a minute. They had.
First of all, Mike never turned into a cartoon.
No,
but he was with the Looney Tunes.
Nah, you're right.
LeBron, he turned into a cartoon, which I didn't expect. But it just took too long. The movie was 2 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah. My son definitely gave me a couple of yards and looked at me like...
Man, my son knocked out as soon as that movie was over.
Hey.
As soon as the movie was over, my son put the pillow over his head and was out.
All right, Pops, that was good.
As soon as it was over. That's what let me know it was a good movie, though.
Yeah,
because he could have knocked out.
Yeah.
But he stayed up.
Yeah, my son is a Fortnite 2K general. So he was looking at me like, Pops, I really could be in the park right now. You know what I'm saying? But halfway through, he started like, okay, he started getting it. He was like, he laughed, he chuckled a little bit. He'll be 8 this year, so he's still,
And I wish they would have had more of LeBron like dunking and stuff.
Yeah,
had like 3 dunks.
Yeah, they ain't trying to get him to come off the ground too much. The knees. They trying to,
Man,
he got him. He got his legs insured. He'd have got hurt on that set. That probably would have been, big old bags. I seen one when he did the little chest bump with my man. He got this high off the ground. That's so he really playing the safe.
Super safe.
I'm talking about he ain't jumped out. He did the little, the little side bump.
Super
I'm
safe.
talking about he ain't even, nope.
Nah, it was a dope movie though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I don't think that, the critics, I say, man, bro, I get so much hate, bro, and it's I ain't gonna say it's sad, but it's hate.
Because he doing something right.
Yeah.
He doing a lot right.
Yeah, you can't. The man doing a movie. He's a basketball player. I'm not looking for him to be no
I don't want the storyline to be the greatest. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't care if he out there acting like Denzel.
It was
I want to
Space
be
Jam.
entertained.
Not a LeBron life story movie. Oh, I need a good movie, bro.
That more in the game is extremely tough.
Yeah, but I ain't seen that one yet. That's so that was like a life story. I thought that was more like a.
It was more about him and his teammates in high school more than anything.
And I want.
But I watch it all the time because I like it.
The real story.
It ain't gonna be but forever.
What you mean?
Man, he still gotta run for president.
Okay, yeah.
The movie ain't coming out until after that. You think he gonna let a movie come out before his master plan?
Listen,
come on, man.
Speaking of that was one of the hip hop topics, but we're gonna slide that over because since we talking about it.
We on hip hop anyway.
Rich Paul and Adele. You heard about that, right? You seen they were courtside in the game. You say my boy Rich.
So Rich Paul got hitting them notes.
Hey man, listen. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying.
Is that a power couple?
The next CD she make, what?
That's a power couple.
Man, that's a merger.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying? That's a merger.
Yeah.
You know what? When you two Fortune 500 companies and you say, hey, I feel like we can do business together. You merge.
They merging.
Yeah. I feel like that fits into the game plan. You know what I'm saying? You said he gonna be the vice president?
No, Rich Paul, yeah.
Come on, man, he got a deal for it.
Either him or M.A.D.E gonna be the vice.
Hey, man, listen. I'm telling you, man, I'm putting you down. It's going down. The man had Adele sitting courtside of the NBA playoff game.
Yeah, he getting a culture. Where's she from? She from overseas,
She
right?
crossed the pond.
I'm not a fan of that accent. Not when you do it in general.
Hey, listen, she crossed from across the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adele, but Adele is she got a little bit of culture, so I think he giving them more culture.
Yeah, he giving the culture all right.
Yeah,
He giving the culture all right. Shout out to Rich Paul.
Last topic on the hoop side though, Big Three.
Not interested in 3-on-3 basketball.
I like the Big Three, bro.
Originally, it was supposed to be former NBA players, right?
It is former NBA players.
Man, I'm seeing all types of. I clicked on the Big Three the other day and I saw a dude that looked just like me. I'm like, who is this cat? I know he wasn't in the NBA.
I say good 90% of them was.
But I did see Royce White getting cooked by Joe Johnson. Did you see that?
Joe is ISO Joe, man.
Royce White was selling out at the very beginning of the game. He got tattoos on his head.
Yes.
You know he was scared of flying planes.
Yes.
But he ain't scared to get a tattoo on his head.
Hey, man.
Makes no sense.
Those are different.
He was yelling at the crowd.
Different extremes, just so you know.
He was yelling at the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
At the very beginning of the game.
They say he got mental issues.
Of course he do. He got tattoos on his head.
I feel like
who in their right mind gonna get a tattoo on their skull?
So you don't have you watched it or have you just skimmed by it? Have you watched the letter? Like if you watched the game,
I watched Royce White get cooked by Joe Johnson, and I was embarrassed for him after the way he was selling out.
Yeah.
And Joe Johnson hit the game winner in his grill.
Joe Johnson, he did that a lot. He gonna do that a lot.
Oh, he was.
It's set up for you. I feel like it's a different game. Plus they switched it up with this fireball thing where, you can call fireballing and you could do 1-on-1.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, so it's switched it around this year. I think it's gonna grow because it's only in year 3.
I enjoyed it, but I was trying to watch it the other day and I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah,
I wasn't feeling it at all.
I feel like they're gonna need bigger names to catapult it to that level. Cause CBS, I think they do it on CBS on Sundays in the daytime. I don't think the time is right for it. I think they should do it in the middle of the week, like a Wednesday or Monday or something like that. Cause that Sunday,
they gotta figure out their target audience, man.
Yeah, cause
they gotta figure out their demographics.
I think that's what it is.
Interested.
Cause it's on CBS on Sundays, which it's that's a big network. It's a big, but Sunday afternoons, come on, man. I don't think that's a good time for it.
I know Ice Cube be hyped though. Whenever things going the right way.
Yeah, I watched. You got Nate Robinson. You got M.A.D.E Abdul-Rauf, the first Steph Curry. That's what I call him first Curry. You know what I'm saying? He's still out there. There's some good players out there, man. Stack Jack coaching. Who else coaching? Charlie,
Yeah,
you got old
man,
coaching. You got Dr. J out there. You know, Dr. J is like a spokesman for the league.
Dr. J went to UMass.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I threw that out there. You know, I know. I say so. It's. I feel like it has room for growth. I think once it grows and you get bigger players, I feel like it'll go to another level. I think they need to switch from Sunday afternoons to a weekday that ain't dominated by something else, and I feel like they'll see their numbers go up. So shout out to Q. I can't wait till I get my own team in the Big Three, you know, whatever league I start, and we're gonna
Big Three.
Yeah. But let's get to the famous hip hop side of the podcast. Dipset versus the Locks. Now I know that's just a little bit for your time.
Yeah, that's before my time.
But the fact that they doing it in the Garden should let people know that that's a big
historical.
deal. Yeah, that's a big deal.
And who gonna win? Cause
I
you
feel
listen
like,
to them.
Yeah, I grew up in that era. You know, I feel like the Locks got the street grittier. You know, because they can go into the individual bags too. You know, Jadakiss got an extensive individual bag. You know, Jadakiss is looked at as the star pretty much of the Locks. But I feel like Dipset, I don't know, bro. Cam had dudes wearing pink, tall tees. Joel's had dudes wearing bandanas. Jim Jones, I don't care what nobody says, the reason Lil Wayne was wearing the little the what was the jeans, the Ed Hardy and the chain, wallet chains and all that. He definitely was copying them dudes. So I feel like culture, the Dipset was a little bit more relevant, and I feel like they had bigger hits. But the fact that they, like I said, they ran out the Garden, that's huge, bro.
For me, Verzuz ain't even about wins and losses, man. I just be wanting good quality moments, good quality entertainment. And I like to see when the dudes be celebrating each other. Well, the artists, I ain't gonna say the dude, the artists, when they celebrate each other, when they start singing each other's songs, rapping each other's songs.
Yeah, because it's not, when they call it Verzuz, it's not like they putting up a bag.
I mean, there's some people that really be like, man, such and such one. But for me, when I watch a Verzuz, I don't sit there and tally up who won this, who won that. Yeah. I'm just like, okay, I remember this.
The only one I did is Gucci Mane's versus Jeezy. I did that.
Who won that?
Gucci.
You surprised me when you said that. I just knew you was gonna say Jeezy. I agree with you,
bro. The stuff.
Majority of Jeezy hits came from one album.
Yeah, but I don't even think he wanted
to do it.
I don't know. What I'm saying is I'm not even gonna say Gucci won it musically. It was one of the things he wanted to fight before it started. Like,
he showed his ass.
That's what I'm saying. He wanted to fight before it started.
He
put him in the dirt.
He showed out.
Yeah, no, man.
He showed out.
Yeah, it'd been some furniture moving in there. So that's why I said Gucci won that one. But that was
there ain't gonna be no furniture moving if you don't want to move no furniture. Jeezy he wanted none of them parts.
This is true.
That's why he kept saying, "I'll tell you what." I'll tell you what. Anytime you saying that repeatedly, I'll tell you what. Who you, Hank Hill? Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he wanted
no parts of Jeezy or Gucci. Yeah. And Gucci knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely, But hopefully that's squashed. But I think Dipset versus the Locks. That's gonna be like I said, Gucci and Jeezy. That was one of the ones I had to be in front of. A lot of them, I'll just catch the let out. Dipset and the Locks, I may not catch the whole thing, but I'm definitely gonna tap into that one. Yeah.
You should. I should. We should.
Yeah, for the culture. For the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the reason why I say I'm not really, I feel like Dipset gonna win easy. To me, to be honest with you, because a lot of the Locks bigger records was like in the early 90s, right? Early 90s. Like Dipset was. Cam came in towards the end of the 90s, and then they had the early thousands. So.
Right, because I think Joel's dropped what the game's been missing, like 03.
Yeah, 03 was. Him and Wayne never gave us that project. Can't feel my face, but
they gave us some good moments.
They gave us some moments, but they never gave us that project. But shout out to the Dipset and the Locks. Shout out. I feel like Dipset gonna win. Jim Jones still rapping his ass off today.
He got a lot better since Dipset. He
Bro.
was trash.
Yeah, he went from being the worst one to, even though he made songs, because, you know, that's why I feel like they're going to win. You got Ballin', you got Certified Gangsters, you got all those, but now he's in his bag rapping now. Yeah. So shout out to Jim. Shout out to Dipset. I think Dipset going to take it, man. Shout out to the Lost, though. Kiss is definitely one of those guys, but nah. Kanye, new album on the horizon. You interested?
I'm always interested.
They say it's Kanye. This ain't.
We'll see. I'm always interested in what Kanye got. If I like it, I'm gonna like it. If it's trash, it's trash.
Now we talking about somebody that arguably has 3 classics.
Yeah. What's the 3 classes?
The first 3.
What are they?
College Dropout. Yeah, College Dropout. You had Late Registration, and you had Graduation.
Yeah. I came out swinging.
Yeah, I feel like back to back he dropped classics.
Then you got My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I ain't really like that.
I wasn't a fan of that too much, but he got some songs on there that I like a lot.
Yeah, he went a little.
That Devil in a New Dress is tough, and Ross came on snapping.
Ooh. Yeah, true. Yeah, but it still wasn't enough. And the 808s wasn't one of my favorites.
No.
But this one, they say this Kanye. They said this he in his bag. Which would make sense because that's the company that's named after his mama. So I would think he would, if he gonna name the album after his mama, he going home. He going to Chicago.
I hope so, man. I like when Kanye drop dope music, but sometimes he be, I don't know where he be at.
And the thing I like also is I'm just hearing the music. Because a lot of times when Kanye get ready to drop something, you hear more antics than you hear music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You hear some more stuff. Oh, he did this, or he said Trump. He wore the red hat. All kind of stuff.
Man,
you know what I'm
saying? Be off his meds too. Be off his meds.
Man, that man is a genius.
Don't mean he ain't on meds.
Hey,
but smart people take medicine.
Kanye, deliver a classic with Donda, man. We need that.
Keep taking your medicine.
We need that. We need that for the game, man. We need some. We do need
Kanye to drop a dope
need
classic.
some good soul music right now.
What features you want to see on that?
Chance, Jay. It ain't gonna happen, but
it ain't gonna happen. Both of their wives are killing. They find out they in the studio together.
Well, he done with Kim. I mean, I ain't know Chatty Patty, but I know they over because I seen the headline that he doesn't have a bar referencing Kim Kardashian on this album.
Oh, he don't?
Nah.
Not even a diss bar, huh?
Nah, this is children's mother. What you going? You can't diss your kid. You can't diss your kid's mama, man.
You shouldn't, but you can. You can. You shouldn't.
Friends say you should, but I understand.
You should. But
I ain't saying
if somebody want to diss they baby mama, you shouldn't. But you know, if she on the DS, then I guess you gotta give her a bar too. Man. Wake her up.
Wake up.
Wake up, give her a bar too. Wake up.
Hey, shout out Yeezy, man. They say Yeezy jumped over the jump, man.
Hey, Yeezy doing this thing. I would like to see Kendrick Lamar get on that album. I don't even know what he's doing these days.
Him and Cole. I would love to see that.
Man, them dudes are supposed to drop an album together 10 years ago.
No, they ain't dropping no album.
Just something, a snippet.
Cole threw bars at him on the one, that one joint when he was on the bus.
He probably trying to wake him up. But Kendrick probably somewhere gardening or something, just relaxing.
I think Kanye by himself can drop a classic, though, to be honest with you.
He could, as long as he focused.
Yeah.
Medicated, maybe not heavily, but enough for him to be right.
Yeah.
Medicinally, maybe. Who knows?
When he in genius mode, you don't want to confine a genius when they creating. You want to confine them when they're in reality, because that's, as an artist myself, I do know when you create art, you got to go inside yourself. Well, the good artists are able to go inside themselves. Not a lot of people, because you got people that just rap. But the artist, you can go inside yourself And that could actually be a dangerous thing for you because reality is still going on. You know what I'm saying? When you just trying to think of this something that rhymed with something you said on this last bar and you not paying attention to this red light. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, I want to see Kanye, abstract Kanye, just paint. You know, I learned not to judge art. You know what I'm saying? Some people get it, some people don't.
You can judge art.
You can't.
So you can't call art bad?
No, you can't.
What you supposed to say it's different?
It just ain't for you.
Okay.
Because it got to speak to you. You know what I'm saying?
What if
like,
it don't speak to anyone?
It speak to somebody. Even the one that look like your son took his hand and on it, speak to somebody.
Him.
But art has a way. It speak to something.
Nah, I want Kanye to drop a classic. The game need Kanye to drop a classic.
Yeah, we need like I told you, man, we need some soul right
We
now.
need Kanye to drop a classic. So
Kodak, man. Yeah,
we need Kanye to drop a classic. We need Kodak.
He need Kodak. Kodak on Kanye album. That's what we need.
Nah, we need Kodak to tighten his business up. Cause I'm getting tired of his artists
Want to leave?
wanting to leave him, man. And then he finna have to drop another diss track. Cause he know he gonna drop another diss track.
For one, it's I ain't gonna say it's they bad for signing to another artist, but it's they bad for signing to another
It's
artist.
they bad for signing to him. And I love Kodak. I'm a huge Kodak fan because I think he got that real authentic Florida sound.
Yeah, I like
you
you
can't
when
sign
he-
to somebody just because it's them.
That's
You
the
gotta
thing.
make sure they're a good business.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I think what a lot of people mess up is they just want to do, you know, oh, Kodak, that's my boy. He ain't gonna do me like that.
Right.
We ain't gonna
And he
pay
will
outside.
absolutely do you like that. And he probably don't even know. He probably don't even know
Exactly.
he's doing you like that.
Exactly, because then he got that contract from somebody that said this is a good contract.
He don't know
to give
that.
You.
He don't know what he
when you
read.
doing business, I learned me and you cool, okay, cool, whatever.
In this day and age, you need to just stay independent anyway.
True, but if you are gonna do business, either you let your lawyers figure it out, and me and you can still, you know, engage and have conversation, and let our lawyers figure it out. Or, hey, I'll rock with you, but until we get this figured out, I'd rather not wine and dine. I'd rather not, because I don't want you to sway my opinion.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? I want to get the best contract I can get. And once we understand, because you only going to get what you negotiate in life.
and them dudes not thinking about that though.
Yeah, well, hey.
They probably don't even realize that when they sign a Kodak that he's their boss now.
Listen, the first thing you got to understand in life is if you ain't in control, somebody else is.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I don't know, bro. To me, life ain't as hard as people make it out to be. Like, I was just, in my mind, I'm under the assumption that I want to be the best at everything I do. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, spelling tests, math, English, whatever. I had that mentality.
I already know math. I ain't gonna be the best.
No, yeah, I gave up once, but I think I gave up not because of the fact that it was just when I realized I'm not gonna be using variables and I'm not gonna be turning X into Y and Z. I'm not gonna do that in real life, so I gave up. Mentally, I just shut it down. But if I had the mindset to say, okay, I want to do this, I feel like I can do anything. Anybody can do anything. But you gotta look at life like I want to be the best in everything I do. So I'm not finna sign no contract just because you Kodak and you my boy and I rock with you,
Right.
because I gotta feed my mama.
Right.
Because a lot of us, a good majority of us from this culture, when we first get money, we first generational wealth.
Right.
So when we get money, we got to take care of the people older than us.
I mean, all them dudes seeing though is a lump sum of money, and that's it.
You can't be thinking about the right now money, bro. You got to think in the future.
They young though, man. You know, young.
Even when you're young, you got.
people.
It's not gonna be no excuse.
It's a difference between how you should think and how you actually think. It's
Would
hard to figure out.
a judge hold excuse for you?
No.
All right, so I'm not finna hold no excuse for you.
I ain't holding no excuse for
Yeah,
it.
when you're 18,
but I'm just recognizing that they are at a point in life where they're living for now. They're not living for the future. They're living for right now.
That's why I can't fuck.
It's not smart.
Yeah.
And it's really dangerous, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fault Kodak. I feel like it's one of them things where he may not necessarily know the understanding of the contract. He probably don't even understand his contract.
Right.
I'm not saying he's a dummy. I'm saying if you look at a contract, it's a lot of words in there. If you ain't able to put 2 and 2 together, you gonna get lost in the sauce.
Contracts, they full of fluff.
Yeah, it's called contract.
They wear you down.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't reading
where I sign it?
I ain't reading all of this.
Where I sign it? You know, we'll figure it out.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like Kodak. I seen the last video he just dropped. He looked like he was back in Golden Acres, back to the projects, back to the roots. You know, a lot of artists can't do that, and a lot of artists can't go back to their shit. All them Chicago artists that be talking that Chicago stuff. No, not Chicago artists, but just artists in general that talk that street. Because I don't want to put it just on Chicago, because I talk about Chicago a lot. And it's not a diss to them, it's just a lot of people talk a lot of stuff on them records, bro, and they can't go back to their home.
Right, and they should not talk a lot of stuff.
Yes. And I'm not saying it's smart to go back home, because it ain't if you make yourself a target. However, it shows the realness in you if you are able to go back home.
Right.
And I think, you know, Kodak just going back to his roots.
He might need to let that label go, man. He might call it quits
and just focus on him.
100%. Just got out.
Well, not even that, bro. How old is Kodak?
He's young, like 22, 23.
Okay.
So he don't need to be no label.
Yes, that's my thing.
Owner. He don't need to.
Why would you sign somebody
who become a
same
successful rapper?
you?
Don't mean you need to get a record label.
Yeah. I mean, it's smart to monetize your brand and to. So I'm not gonna say that. It's just make it be merch. You know, let it be Sniper Gang until you want to sign some artists.
Right.
Or get you some R&B artists who ain't on no street stuff and don't want to spend bins on you and all that other good stuff. Get your R&B artist that can sing or something.
Well, if you get an R&B artist, that's
get him a little white boy like Bookz.
What if it's an R&B artist named Spin the Bins?
Hey man, they gonna figure it out, bro.
He'll be singing about shooting.
They gonna figure it out.
Would you listen to somebody they were singing about? If they had the same content as your favorite rappers, but they were singing it, would you listen?
It's artists that do that.
I wouldn't listen.
You don't think Dirk do that? You don't think Lucci? Oh, you saying
really,
sing? You saying?
I'm talking sing. Like get on there and.
Life Giannis was talking about some.
Like Giannis go hard. He did a real big too. He did a real big, so he can sing as much as he want.
All right,
He can
man.
sing as much as he want.
Speaking of, next up we got Pop Smoke. His new album just came out.
I ain't even listened to it.
I heard a couple records. I got to get into it. Are you a fan of albums when people die? Like afterlife albums?
Nah, I mean, I'm really not even a fan of them being on features like that.
You feel like it should have been done with like it should have been the music he did while he was alive.
I mean, I just when they're no longer here, they can't give their input.
I ain't want that nigga on the record.
And I said Pop Smoke, he was on Migos album, and on a part of his verse, he started singing, and he might have really wanted to keep that in.
Yeah.
If he was alive.
Yeah.
But me listening to him, like, man, it's a hard verse, but I could have did without that singing part.
Yeah. See,
and like Tupac albums, like, you could tell it wasn't really Tupac, the albums that Eminem was producing.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know what.
I would love to hear a Nipsey album though. And Life After Death was tough, but he already had completed that.
Yeah, I would love it because I know Nip got some more music. Like I would love to hear another Nipsey album.
And I love the Nip feature on the Big Sean song too.
Yeah, but I think Nip Team would be able to let it if it did come out, which I've heard there is music. If Nip Team was to let the music come out, they still are.
Yeah.
So the music would fit with what he would want.
Right, because he done had some features where I'm like, yeah. When he was on Ross' album, he had a good feature. Even the joint with Jay-Z, I mess with that.
Yeah, because it's a lot of cats that...
His stuff still feel like it's him.
Yeah, like he...
Yeah.
And that's some of the Pac stuff, don't get me wrong, some of the Pac stuff when he passed, it felt like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what's eerie about their whole thing. Because a lot of Pac stuff was like, people listen to the speaker. He talking about, he said, Suge shot me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Tupac was still alive for a minute after he died.
Oh, man, he's still alive. He is in Cuba.
Think he in Cuba, man?
No, I ain't saying that. I'm just telling you. You said he was alive for a minute. I'm telling you, he's still alive to some people. And you know,
it'd be nice if he was in Cuba. For a minute, I held on to like, yeah, man, Pac gonna come back.
They say he's supposed to come back in 7 years and all that.
They say that every 7 years.
Hey, I don't know, man.
Every 7 years, Pac's supposed to come back.
Would you come back though?
Nah.
Cause you obviously still famous.
I wouldn't come back, but I'll definitely be
not famous. But
I'll definitely be dropping something on YouTube though. Like.
New 2021 record.
I'll definitely be dropping something.
iPhone in this one video.
Yeah, I'll be dropping. I have everybody perplexed.
Just out of nowhere.
I'm like, man, what?
Under a new name, it'll be Tupac spelled backwards.
Hey, it'd be like,
C-A, what it is? Cap to.
They wouldn't. If I was hiding out, you know, I'll probably leak something. Just to let the people know.
Leak something. Just drop
for
something.
my fan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just for my fan.
Just for my fan.
Hail Mary 2022.
Drop something real quick, then take it down. Drop it for like an hour, then take it down.
Hey, listen. Somebody gonna screen record it though.
Somebody gonna dance, so I'm only gonna leave it up for maybe not even an hour.
Yeah, you gotta just throw it
23 minutes. How old was Tupac when he passed? 25?
Yeah.
25 minutes. I leave it up 25 minutes.
And drop it.
Take it out.
This new dude, we sound just like Tupac.
Like, man, he give me designer future vibes.
And he said free Suge. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like I want to see the families be able to still be able to survive, because like I told you before, as you know, we the heads of households, so we take care of families.
Right.
So I definitely would love to see that. But it just, I feel like it got to be a team that are people that know you, so the music don't stray away from what you would have did if you was alive.
Right.
And I think that's when it's good. Last thing before we get out of here, MTV Cribs. Coming back, are you a fan or not?
I'm only gonna be a fan if they showing their real house.
All right, man, because we learned that. We learned that as
I don't want you renting out nobody's house because they out of town and you still got
No, I ain't saying you can't rent.
No, I'm talking about.
But don't rent
it gotta be a house that you actually renting and living in.
Yeah.
Not some Airbnb.
Yeah.
Don't have no rental cars that still got a rental company tag on it.
You don't think it's gonna be some sauce?
Oh, it's definitely gonna be some sauce. It's gonna be some heat.
I'm saying you don't think it's gonna be some cats that you got some fake some rented Airbnb cribs
for sure. And they gonna get exposed ASAP.
That's why I feel like they gotta
bow wow them real good.
They got to keep it to like Ross, Drake, Kanye, people that you know that's this.
Man, they mess around and do MTV cribs and they put the stipulation that it gotta be your crib. You gonna see dudes in apartments. You go see
Redman kept it real though.
You gonna see dudes driving old model Escalades.
Hey boy, they going through
they gonna
it.
Be like, boy, yeah.
Bubble out, boy, got a Buick the same.
Folks gonna be getting exposed out here. They gonna start disappearing to do cribs.
A Buick the same.
They got a Buicks. That's esteemed.
In the car. Hey, listen.
They gonna have a Buick. The back seat still come off. Man,
But he got some ice though. I don't know, man.
They let them mess around and pull a diamond test out.
I agree with you. I feel like ain't no if it's coming back, because it's coming back. If I'm gonna tune in, I want to see cats that I know this they real spot.
I want to see their spot.
Yeah.
I don't want.
And don't do
If you don't have a house, don't agree to cribs.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't be wanting to see like. That's why I respect Red, man. He kept it real.
That wasn't his real house either.
It wasn't?
No.
That was his pocket.
That was one of his spots.
Yeah,
that
it wasn't his house.
No, it wasn't his spot that he lived in.
Ain't nobody finna pull up to the spot. But you can pull up to one of my spots. I like that.
Yeah, that was one.
I give you one. I give you that pass. If it's one of your spots. It ain't gotta be your main spot, because that's where you lay your head at. You don't want to put that out there. So I can agree with that. But they gotta be one of your spots.
That'd be dope though. That's gonna be a dope show. I'm gonna tune in.
To certain people.
Yeah, to certain people.
Like Ross House gonna be in there, I heard. That's gonna be one of the first ones.
They gonna run out of film trying to be in his house.
Yeah,
that man got so many rooms.
Yeah, that's an inspirational house for me. So I definitely want to see
There ain't no inspiration house for me. I don't want no house that damn big.
Nah, you know what I mean? That's a business. You rent it out. Hell,
yeah, he did get a camera to
coming to America. Just pay this property taxes for I don't know how many years. Pretty much.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's an investment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's money that it ain't gonna do nothing but appreciate because I live here.
Well, hopefully it'll help him get some more wings and Wingstop so they can stop selling thighs.
Hey, listen.
That's what we need him to use that money on. Some wings. I'm tired of eating thighs from Wingstop.
Hey, man, listen. Ross. My dog say he wants some wings. I ain't ate chicken and
Got me eating thick thighs.
Thighs. Lemon pepper thighs.
Never in my life thought I'd ask for lemon pepper thighs.
Hey, let me get 4 thighs lemon pepper.
It's a wing shortage in America. Imagine that.
Hey, man. Hey, go to a healthier lifestyle. I ain't ate chicken since January. Like,
I ain't ate chicken since
yesterday.
Monday.
Yeah, my boy Giannis ordered 50. He wanted 50 nuggets.
It was barbecue chicken.
Yeah, he said I want 50. He said he want 50 McNuggets. I said, man, come on, man. You can't say McNuggets. Chick-fil-A, I guess you Giannis, you can say whatever you want to say. But listen, episode 5, Hoop Dreams of Bookz podcast. Straight like that. We out.